So today, I'm going to share 8 powerful secrets about water and erections that older men wish they'd learned decades ago, plus a 7-second morning trick that works with hydration to boost blood flow naturally. And if you're serious about improving your health, your energy, and your confidence, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss practical, science-backed tips made just for men over 60. Also, let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? All right, let's get started. 1. Blood flow depends on water, and so does your erection. Let's start with the truth most men never hear. Your erection is a hydraulic event. It's not about magic, it's about pressure. Water makes up over 90% of your blood. So, when you're dehydrated even slightly, your blood becomes thicker and harder to circulate. That means your heart has to work harder, and blood struggles to reach the places that matter most. Think about it like this. A garden hose with low water pressure can't spray far, no matter how much you twist the nozzle. Your body works the same way. I once treated a man named Jim, 68 years old, retired coach, proud grandfather. He came to me saying, "Doc, it's just not working like it used to." No major health problems, no medication issues, but when I looked closer, he barely drank any water. I asked him to try something simple. Sip room temperature water consistently throughout the day. 2 weeks later, he came back grinning. "Doc, I don't know what changed, but something's working again." It wasn't magic, it was biology. Proper hydration thins your blood, improves oxygen flow, and gives your body the hydraulic power it needs for strong, lasting performance. 2. Dehydration silently lowers testosterone. This one shocks most men. When your body senses dehydration, it goes into survival mode, conserving energy, protecting organs, and cutting off non-essential processes like reproduction and testosterone production. Your body says, "We're in crisis, hold off on everything else." That's why dehydration kills your drive, strength, and motivation long before you even feel thirsty. One of my patients, Walter, 72 years old, came in saying, "Doc, I don't feel sick. I just don't feel like myself anymore." When we ran his labs, his testosterone was low. Not dangerously low, but low enough to explain the drop in energy and mood. When I asked about his water intake, he said, "Probably not much, to be honest." We didn't use testosterone shots or medication. We used hydration therapy, small, steady sips throughout the day, less caffeine, less alcohol, and a glass of water first thing each morning. 4 weeks later, Walter walked in smiling. "Doc," he said, "I feel awake again. I'm laughing more. I even went on a date." When you hydrate properly, testosterone naturally rebounds because your body is no longer in stress mode. Your cells start producing energy efficiently again. And your confidence, both physical and emotional, begins to return. 3. Most men drink water the wrong way. Here's a big one. How you drink water matters just as much as how much. Most men chug cold water once or twice a day and think they're hydrated. But when you drink too fast, your body can't absorb it. It just flushes straight through your system, taking valuable minerals with it. Imagine throwing a bucket of water on a dry sponge. It doesn't soak in, right? That's what happens when you flood your body instead of feeding it gradually. Instead, sip small amounts throughout the day. Drink room temperature water. Cold water shocks your system. Drink while seated. Not standing, it signals your nervous system to relax and absorb. Let each sip mix with saliva for a few seconds before swallowing. One of my patients, Mike, a retired truck driver, laughed when I told him this. He said, "Doc, it's just water." 3 weeks later, he called my office. "Doc, I don't know what kind of magic this is, but I feel stronger, not just in bed, everywhere." That's not magic, that's biology. When you hydrate intelligently, your body rewards you. 4 hidden habits that cancel out hydration. You could be drinking water perfectly and still undoing it without realizing. Here are the top 4 hydration killers. Too much caffeine or alcohol. Both are diuretics. They pull water out of your body, leaving you more dehydrated than before. Drinking water right after eating water-rich fruits like oranges or melons. This dilutes digestive enzymes and reduces nutrient absorption. Overhydration, drinking too much water too quickly. It flushes out essential minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium, all vital for nerve and muscle function. Late night drinking. Drinking a lot before bed interrupts deep sleep and hormone repair cycles. One of my patients, Harold, learned this the hard way. He followed every hydration rule but didn't feel results until we fixed these hidden habits. Once he balanced timing, reduced caffeine, and added a pinch of sea salt to his morning water, his energy shot up and his performance returned. Sometimes the secret isn't doing more, it's removing what's quietly draining you. 5. What science says about hydration and sexual health. Modern research confirms what I've seen for years in my clinic. Proper hydration improves blood viscosity, hormone delivery, and oxygen flow, all critical for erections and endurance. Even a 1–2% drop in hydration can reduce mental clarity, energy, and libido. But when your cells are hydrated, your heart pumps easier, your brain feels sharper, and your circulation improves naturally without pills. One man named Carl, 70, told me he felt like he was just existing. No pain, just low drive. After 6 weeks of mindful hydration, sipping throughout the day, room temperature water, and reducing caffeine, his wife looked at him one night and said, "You seem like yourself again." That's what hydration does. It gives you yourself back. 6. Why hydration matters more after 60. When you're young, your body can get away with bad habits. After 60, those same habits catch up fast. Your blood vessels stiffen, your kidneys work harder, your hormone balance becomes delicate. Dehydration that once made you a little tired now slows your entire system, your energy, your focus, your circulation. A 67-year-old patient of mine, Frank, once said, "Doc, I feel like someone turned the volume down on my life." After just a few weeks of consistent hydration, no cold water, no chugging, sipping throughout the day, Frank came back glowing. His mornings were easier, his mind was clearer, his confidence was back. He looked at me and said, "I didn't realize how far I'd slipped until I came back to myself." Water won't make you 25 again, but it can make you feel alive again. 7. The 7-second morning trick that supercharges blood flow. Here's the part most men miss. There's a simple 7-second morning habit that works with hydration to restore blood flow and performance. It's called the nitric oxide breath. Right after your first morning glass of water, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 3, then exhale gently through your nose. This simple breathing technique stimulates nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing blood vessels and improving circulation. Most men over 60 have declining nitric oxide levels, which leads to weaker erections and slower recovery. But with this breathing practice, you can naturally turn on your body's ability to send blood where it's needed. One of my patients, Greg, tried it for 2 weeks. He said, "Doc, I feel switched back on. My body remembers how to respond again." That's what happens when you hydrate and oxygenate together. Your body comes alive. Here's your simple daily routine. Morning. 1 glass of room temperature water upon waking. Follow with the 7-second nitric oxide breath. Midday. Sip water steadily every 30–45 minutes. Avoid caffeine after lunch. Evening. 1 glass of water 1 hour before dinner. Stop drinking 1 hour before bed to protect deep sleep. Bonus. Add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to your first glass for better mineral absorption. This small, consistent effort can restore your circulation, stabilize your hormones, and renew your vitality. Listen, aging doesn't mean decline. Your body hasn't forgotten how to be strong, passionate, or alive. It just needs the right environment to remember. And it starts with something as simple as water, the foundation of every function in your body. You don't need to give up. You don't need to accept that this is just aging. You simply need to respect your biology and give it what it's been missing all along.